Imagine being tossed into the vast, merciless ocean with nothing but an overturned boat for shelter. No land in sight, no immediate rescue. Just endless water, a relentless sun, and the creeping threat of exhaustion and despair. This is the true story of a family who spent 6 harrowing days clinging to the bottom of their capsized vessel, stranded miles from any shore. What happened during those 6 days has shocked experts and challenged everything we thought we knew about human endurance at sea. The family had set out on a routine fishing trip along a remote stretch of the Pacific. Weather was fair when they left, but a sudden storm struck, overturning their small boat. In an instant, their world flipped upside down, literally. The hull of the boat became their only refuge, inverted and floating on the surface. With no life jackets, no emergency gear, and water rapidly rising around them, survival seemed a distant hope. Could you imagine trying to stay afloat for 6 days on nothing but a slippery, overturned shell barely above water? Most people can survive just 3 days without water. These 6 days stretched into a grueling test of will and resourcefulness. From the start, the family faced the brutal elements. The sun scorched by day, sapping strength and draining moisture. At night, temperatures dropped sharply, exposing them to chilling winds that felt like standing outside in winter without a coat. They were trapped between the dangers of dehydration and hypothermia, 2 of the most common killers at sea. The first day was a shock. Panic set in as they scrambled to climb atop the hull, trying to catch their breath and assess their situation. Without flotation devices, their survival depended entirely on balance and teamwork. The father, the de facto leader, held his family close, urging calm and rationing the small sips of seawater they dared to swallow. Salt water, while tempting in such dire thirst, only worsens dehydration, a deadly trap many fall into. As hours passed, the ocean's monotony weighed heavily. No land, no other boats, no rescue. Just a deafening silence broken by the slap of waves. The family's youngest child, barely 5 years old, grew weak but stayed awake, eyes scanning the horizon for any sign of help. Sleep was a luxury none could afford. Any moment spent unconscious could mean slipping beneath the waves. Have you ever tried to keep your balance on a narrow beam for hours with no room to shift or rest? Multiply that by the endless rocking of the ocean, and you begin to grasp the physical toll endured. Every muscle ached. Every movement threatened to fall into the cold water below. The second and third days blurred together in a haze of heat, thirst, and exhaustion. The family devised a simple method to collect rainwater, using pieces of torn fabric and the curvature of the hull. Each drop was precious, enough to keep dehydration at bay, but never enough to quench their craving for life-giving fluid. Medical experts say the human body can survive around 3 days without water, but this family pushed beyond that limit, thanks partly to their ingenious rainwater catchment and partly to sheer willpower. Their story would later be cited by survival specialists as a rare example of endurance under extreme maritime conditions. The father's leadership became crucial. He maintained order, kept spirits up, and protected the children from panic. When the sun reached its peak, he shielded them with his own body. When the waves grew rougher, he steadied their precarious perch. Each moment was a battle against the mind's surrender, the body's weakening, and the ocean's indifference. Could you sleep on bare concrete for a week without food or water? The family's ordeal was far worse. Exposed, vulnerable, and clinging to a fragile vessel in the middle of nowhere. By the 4th day, dehydration's effects became painfully clear. Skin cracked, lips split, dizziness crept in. The family's movements slowed. The youngest child's eyes lost some of their spark. Yet, something remarkable happened. A pod of dolphins appeared, circling nearby. Their presence lifted spirits, a sign that life continued, that hope was not lost. This encounter was more than emotional. It was survival in itself. Scientists studying survival psychology note that positive events, even small ones, can dramatically influence a person's will to live. The dolphins gave the family a renewed sense of purpose, to hold on, to fight, to live. When the 5th day arrived, the family's physical state was fragile. Medical records show that at this point, untreated dehydration can cause organ failure. Yet, they continued to support one another, sharing body heat at night and encouraging each other to stay awake during the day. The overturned boat, once a symbol of disaster, had become a lifeboat, a fragile island in a hostile ocean. The 6th day brought the first real chance of rescue. A passing cargo ship spotted the family's silhouette against the vast blue. The crew radioed for help, and within hours, Coast Guard helicopters arrived. The family was pulled from the water, dehydrated, sunburned, but alive. Doctors later confirmed the family's survival bordered on miraculous. Their story has since been used to train rescue teams and inform survival protocols. It underscores the importance of mental resilience, quick thinking, and holding on to hope. What remains haunting is this: could they have survived longer? Was their rescue a matter of timing, luck, or something deeper? The official investigation revealed gaps in emergency preparedness and response times, questions still unanswered today. This story teaches you several vital lessons. First, never underestimate the power of will. The human spirit can defy the odds when everything else fails. Second, small acts of improvisation, collecting rainwater, sharing warmth, can mean the difference between life and death. Third, staying calm and focused is essential when chaos strikes. The family's ordeal also highlights a chilling truth: the ocean demands respect. It can turn calm waters into a lethal trap in minutes. Preparation, knowledge, and quick action are your best defenses. Yet, the question lingers: how many others have faced similar fates, lost at sea, their stories buried in silence? What can be done to prevent these tragedies before they begin? The investigation into this family's survival only scratches the surface of a broader crisis. Every day I uncover true survival facts, stories that warn you and stories that inspire. Subscribe so you don't miss the next investigation, and leave a comment. It helps this channel survive. Stay curious. See you tomorrow.